Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Wakar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS. Salutations to the elect. As we go on through the day of atonement, just to stay in the spirit, I just wanted to, do a lesson on prophecy according to Joel, chapter 2. All right. Because we are in these days of, World War III, and this is what Joel prophesied about World War III. All right, so let me go right into it. Joel, who was a minor prophet of the tribe of Judah, whose name is Ja'ala, meaning Yahweh power, Yahweh Allah. That's his name, Yahweh Allah, which is our power, our Lord, our power. All right. And reading in Joel chapter 2, it reads, "Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand." Right, so blow the trumpet in the land of Israel. Zion is the land of Israel, is in the land of Israel, and it's also the people. All right. And blow the trumpet means sound the alarm, for the day of judgment is at hand. All right. Nigh is nigh at hand, meaning it's close. All right. The day of judgment is very close to us that's living in these days right now. All right. Verse 2, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. Right, so that's going to be a bad situation, of gloominess, darkness, a day of clouds. All right. Day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. Right, so when the darkness approaches, that's it's not a people that they saying that the darkness is going to come across. It's the missiles that's coming across the land. All right. The word "great people" is referring to the missiles. It's not a people as a physical human being. All right. That's allegorical. All right. The morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There have not been ever the like. Right. So there's never been nothing like the day of nuclear holocaust. The world has never seen the day of nuclear holocaust. So that's why I'm saying of nothing of the like. All right. Neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. Right, so there's going to be total devastation, man. There's going to be desolation. All right. These things are weapons of mass destruction. That's why I was talking about that great and terrible day. All right. Verse 3, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth the land, is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness, yeah, and nothing shall escape them. Right, the reason why they mentioned the Garden of Eden is because it was pleasant before in the Garden of Eden. During the time of the Garden of Eden, it was pleasure. All right, and this pleasure now in this world before the nuclear missiles hit. So that's why it's mentioned in the Garden of Eden, and how there's going to be destruction after, all right, after the fire devoureth, all right. Verse 4, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen shall they run, right. So the charge and the loudness of the missiles going through the air and exploding is like as of horses. Like if you have a galloping stampede of horses, it causes a loud disturbing sound. All right. Verse 5, like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Right. So pretty much they talking about the destruction of how the sound of missiles being detonated is going to make. All right. Verse 6, before their face the people shall be much pain, all faces shall gather blackness. All right, that's right, because that's a devastating scene, or even the thought of knowing that was coming behind thermonuclear fallout. Once one is going, all of them going, so you know it's going to be total devastation. All right, so everybody across the world is going to be devastated, and their faces going to be with blackness, sadness. All right. Verse 7, they shall run like mighty men. All right. They shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march everyone on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Right. So there's nothing that's going to be able to stop these missiles from going, man. They're going to do what like an army would do, total infiltration. All right. Like the strongest army, there's nothing that stops them. There's nothing that breaks their rank. They just continue to devour. That's what the nuclear missile was there to do. All right. Verse 8, neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk everyone in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. All right. So there's nothing that's going to stop these things. There's nothing that's going to anti-tank gun. Nothing can uh, stop the course of a missile that's going to be targeted for its detonation. All right, and they notice that's why they try to build new anti-missile intercontinental ballistic missile uh, defense systems, because they know that there's very little defense against once a nuke is headed out. You know. Verse 9, they shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. All right. The earth shall quake. verse 10, the earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, and the sun and the moon shall be dark. All right. When those plumes of mushroom clouds go up in the air, it's going to block out the sun and the moon. All right. It's going to cause the earth to shake. This whole chapter is basically describing the devastation of the missiles. All right. And reading on, it says, the heavens shall tremble, and the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. All right, there's more verses to this chapter, but that's just what I wanted to get into, the description of the devastation that these missiles are going to create. All right. So, like I said, this is a prophecy according to the future of World War III. And Lord willing, this was edifying. Until next time, Shalom.